Hey everyone. So today I'm going to explain you about the Think tool. So after the popularity of MCP among the AI community, the Anthropic also launched a new tool that is a Think tool for the Claude and other LLM models. So today I'm going to explain you that what is a Think tool in reality and without any fluff. So let's get into the video. So first we would understand the flow of the video. So it would be what is actually the think tool and what is the difference between the think mode as well as the extended thinking mode that is there in Claude Sonnet 3.7, and who is this think tool really for and how will it be useful for me when I'm using in N8N. So first of all, let us understand what is it. So think mode refers to the ability given to Claude LLM model from Anthropic to generate the response and think in between in order to see if it is going in correct direction or not. So why is it required? For this, let us see how text generation based LLM works. So text generation based can be your Claude as well as ChatGPT, DeepSeek, etc. So old case was used to be the user made the query to the LLM. LLM is text based, for example, ChatGPT or Claude, and then they generate the response based on the token system. So how the token system works? Token system refers to predicting the next word based on the previous word. So if I'm asking LLM a question and then it is generating a response, it would first predict the next word based on the previous word that it has generated. So that is a token generation system. And that is why for every API system, we have a token based system that how our pricing would be. And the response can be rubbish because this is why earlier LLM models used to hallucinate on larger context window since it can't handle so much tokens at once, and hence response used to be rubbish. So here is an example of the rubbish response. So I have made the query, what weighs more, 5 kilogram of steel or 1 kilogram of feathers? So if a human gives the answer of this, human can easily understand that 5 is greater than 1. So it just give the answer that 5 kilogram of steel is greater than 1 kilogram of feathers. But here is the response that the Claude given. So 5 kilograms of steel and 1 kilograms of feathers both weigh the same. So are you able to see that it is telling that both weigh the same, 5 kilograms. This question is common trick question that plays an intuition that steel is heavier than the feathers. However, the question specifies the weighs directly. 5 kg of material will be weight same as the 5 kg of another material. The type of material doesn't matter, only the mass, which is given in kilograms in both the cases. So you can easily see that the response is very rubbish. It could have easily given the answer that 5 is greater than 1 and it weighs more than the feathers, but it haven't given, and it created rubbish response. After the introduction of the think tool, the user will make the query to the LLM. LLM is again text based, that is Claude or ChatGPT, and then generated response based on the token system similar to previous mode, and then the response will be generated. After that, LLM thinks about the response and will think if it makes sense or not, and it would try to refine the answer based on its thinking. So you could be able to see there is a feedback system here that it would refine the response based on its thinking as much as it can, so that the response makes the correct analogy and hence it would not be rubbish. So final response would be refined and well-reasoned answer. So now we will understand about the thinking mode versus the extended thinking mode. So extended thinking mode can be known with various names. So in case of Claude, it is known as extended thinking mode, that is there in the Sonnet 3.7, and it is also known as the reasoning mode that is there in ChatGPT. So extended thinking mode refers to think and then proceed towards response formation, ideal for the cases where all information can be provided beforehand. For example, providing a Google Sheet containing datasets and then asking for the prediction. So here in this case, you could have easily understood that we have provided all the information to the LLM, and after on that information, the LLM generates the response. So here is the pictorial graph. So user query would be provides all the resources to the LLM beforehand, and then user makes the query. The LLM think and then forms refined response and then provides the response to the user. So this was the extended thinking mode. And what is the difference between the thinking mode? So in thinking mode, initial data, and then based on the initial data, the LLM generates the response and then gets the additional data from the tools. The tools could be your calendar, your website, etc. Then it builds a refined response. So this is more like a real world use case when more information is fetched on the go. And due to this very reason, it is said that it is a new revolution in the agentic workflow environment. So why this is known as a revolution? Because in real world use case, we don't have every information beforehand, and it is based on the process that other information will get clubbed and then the response can be refined based on the additional information. So in this case, the user will provide the query and provides the initial resources to the LLM. The Claude think and then forms the response. After that, it also uses the available tools and get the additional data required to resolve the query. And once that the Claude get, after that it thinks and generate the refined response again, and then it provides the final response. This final response will be based on the initial resources that is given to the LLM along with the additional data that is fetched on the go through other additional tools. Now let's understand for whom would it be helpful. So thinking mode would be helpful for the research and scientific studies. Now students that are part of research who can get the data from various resources on the go and then later need to see how LLM thinks about the problem. And based on that, if the response they are getting correct or not. So students can track that and they can generate more better prompts as well as they can see how the LLM thinks and how it generates the responses based on the different prompts that are given. Also, this would be helpful for the software engineers to see how debugging process is being done, where we need to iterate over the response over and over again with new test cases to check if the program runs well for all test cases or not. So if I'm using N8N, would it be helpful for me? Yeah, that's a case. So anyone who is building a complex workflow that involves a lot of nodes and steps which can help the LLM to check if it's proceeding in correct direction or not. So this would be a use case. The other would be better prompting. To develop better prompts after observing what LLM is thinking to resolve the query based on the current prompt. So there might be some of the situations where we don't know that why LLM is giving a particular response if we have given a particular prompt. But based on this, we can see the logs of the thinking mode that why the LLM is giving out this response and how it is thinking. So based on that, we can provide a better prompt. As well as there is another thing that is a AI hype. So as we all know that N8N has recently raised $60 million in Series B round and most of the AI is still hype. So it will be great for an AI company to play on the trends. So how are the trends going? The trends are the MCPs, the thinking mode, etc. So for an AI company, this is very important to play on the trends and to get as much as user base in order to get the more funding. So this can also be a user case that why N8N has provided the think mode in the first place. So now we will understand the think mode through a live demo over the N8N dashboard. So let's get into that. So here is the N8N dashboard and I've created an automation here and we can see what query it is generated and what are the responses. So I have previously made a query and we can see that can you email to 9vibhu@gmail.com about that I can't join today's dinner. So it has provided me, I have sent an email to this person letting them know you can't join today's dinner. If you need any more assistance, feel free to ask. So if we see that how the automation is built, let's get deep into it. So here is the chat message trigger. So it is basic only. And then we go to the AI agent and let's see what are the prompts that we have given. So in the AI agent, if I expand the prompt, so here is the prompt. You are a helpful assistant. You will be getting a query from the chat message and you need to follow below instructions before giving the answer or ask a doubt from the user. First instruction is see all the available tools are connected to the AI agent. So I have provided that first see all the tools that are connected to the AI agent. Second instruction would be to make sure to use think tool in order to think deep about the problem or the question and use the iterative methods if unsure about the solution in order to give the correct answer. I have myself provided that please look into the think tool in order to get the better response. So for the chart model, I have connected a chat GPT model. We can also connect the Claude model. And for the simple memory, I have connected the buffer memory. And here is the think tool. For the think tool, I have not provided any custom description. So it is a description that is preloaded by the N8N. So here is the description about that. And in the tools, I have also connected a Gmail tool. So in the logs, first it sees in the simple memory. So it has got the input and then it sees in the simple memory, and in the chart history, it can see that there is no chart history, hence the array is empty. And then it goes to the LLM. So in the LLM, it provides the input of the query. The input also covers the system prompt that I have provided as well as the human prompt. Here is the human prompt. So in the think tool, if we go to this, we can see the input as well as the output. In the output, response would be draft an email to this person informing that I cannot join today's dinner. See, this is pre-generated by the LLM. I have not told it about. So consider using a polite and friendly tone. Make sure to apologize for the absent and possibly suggesting to catch up another time. So this is the thinking mode. After that, it goes to the LLM. So in the LLM, it is the system prompt and this is the human prompt as well as this is the prompt that is generated by the AI. So in the AI, it said that draft an email to this person informing that I cannot join today's dinner. Consider using a polite and friendly tone. So this is the same that is provided by the think tool. In the output, it has not yet generated the response. Then it sees all the tools that are connected. So here is the Gmail tool. So it has generated the message. Here is the subject and here is the message. Hi Vibhu, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to let you know that unfortunately I won't be able to join for today's dinner. I'm really sorry about this and I hope you all have a great time. So definitely catch up soon. And then your name. So this has generated the response, and then using the ChatGPT model, it has provided the output as I have sent an email to this person letting them know you can't join tonight's dinner. If you need any more assistance, feel free to ask. So we can see that how are the logs. In the simple memory, we can easily see that this response will now be added to the chat history, so that if I put the same question in the chat, it would fetch the answer from the chat history without running the whole LLM together. So this was all the demo, but let us make another query in order to understand deeply. So for another example, I have again provided a query that can you send another email to this person about the plans got updated and I will be able to join today's dinner. So if I send that and if I see in the logs, so here we can see that in the logs, it has not yet hit the think tool of the N8N, and let us know why. So if we can see that earlier response was also there in the chart memory, in the buffer memory, and that's why it got the context from that, and it has not hit the think memory because it already had the context about the situation, and it generated the response based on its own understanding. So here is the first it fetch into the simple memory and then it goes through the LLM model. It see what is the prompt that is given to it, and then it goes into the Gmail tool and it generates the new message that is, hi, just wanted to let you know that my plans have updated and I will be joining dinner tonight. Looking forward to it. And then after that, it has again go to the OpenAI chat model that it has delivered the output that I have sent another email to 9Vibhu and informing them that your plans have updated and you will be able to join the dinner tonight. If you need anything else, please let me know. And then it saved the response in the simple memory. But what would happen if we deactivate the simple memory? Let's see. So here we have deactivated. And let's trigger that again. So first save and let's trigger that again. So now it should have got into the thing too. Yeah. So now as we have disabled the simple memory, we could easily see that first it got the prompt of the system prompt, as well as it also has the human prompt that I have provided through the chat. And now it has hit in the thing tool, and it has provided a response that the user wants to send an email to this person informing them that plans got updated and they will be joining today's dinner. I need to compose a concise message that conveys this information clearly. And after that, it hit the LLM node, and in the LLM it has generated a message which we can see in the Gmail tool. So in the message, it said that, "Hi Vibhu, I just wanted to let you know that the plans have been updated and I will be joining today's dinner. So looking forward to it. Best, your name." And then it has provided the output that email has been sent successfully to this person informing them that plans have been updated and you will be joining today's dinner. If you need any more assistance, feel free to ask. So through this demo, we can easily see that how think mode actually works, and without any fluff. And I have easily taught you that for whom is this helpful and for whom this might not serve the best use case for your situation. That was all about today's video. If you need to refer the documentation that is provided by Anthropic, I have provided the link here. And if you generally like the content of this video, then I would request you to please like the video, subscribe the channel, and please follow me for more AI related stuffs. And if you have any questions, then please put them in the comment box. I would be happy to answer that. Till then, bye.